Your name?
Onuma.
And you want to say hello to YouTube? Okay. But today it was a problem because they had me down as Iceland on the system. He had to excuse himself and go off to another counter, go into discussion with one of his colleagues and change my nationality from Icelandic to Irish. Even though... Isn't that beautiful? When's the last time you saw architecture like that in Bangkok, huh? Beautiful. You know something, lads? My wife is going away and she's taking Harry with her. That's my son. 2 days and 1 night. So what does that mean? Well, for starters, it means I have to do things for myself, like ironing. I do that anyway. But you see, why am I making such a big deal out of this? I'm not. She's going away for 2 nights, or 2 days and a night with Harry, with her office crowd. And my expectations are through the roof. I have this giddy feeling of being single again for 36 hours or so, whatever it is. Well, you know what I mean. It's 1 night anyway. So yeah, being single in Bangkok as a novelty. I know if you're single all the time, if you're doing something all the time, it's no novelty. But I'll be single. Oh, here's that stuff. She uses this. This is a cotton shirt. But being single, imagine that. My God. It's a Thursday night, so it's close enough to the weekend. So what will I get up to? I'll have to find out. I'm going down to get my glasses done. You can come with me. We can talk more about being single in Thailand and the benefits thereof. I'm talking about this, but I'm not saying I'm going to do anything that's going to jeopardize my relationship. But then again, if you're out in Bangkok on a Thursday night, Friday, whatever night it may be, and you've got drink on you, so I want to get the lenses of my glasses replaced. You know, again, I always say that our videos are, I'll move this here. I say that our videos are multifaceted, and they are. This video is about the giddy feeling I have, as I said before, because my wife is going away for the night. You might think that's childish. We're all kids, really. We're just grown up kids. Because the way guys behave in Bangkok when they come to Bangkok, they behave like kids. They're like a kid in a candy store. You know yourself. Anyway, these glasses are more or less the same style, but I don't know if you can see that there. I probably can't. There's scratches on them, but I'm going to get the lenses replaced because it's about $100 for that. But to get new glasses, it's way beyond that, $400 or so. I see some Farang over there. You know, looking at other Farang, they look pasty. I'm not saying I'm not, but I'm not that pasty. Very touristy indeed. I hate being a tourist. Anyway, let's go in here. I don't know if they let me record, but I'd like to record just to show you how good the customer service is. And when I see girls beautiful like this, and I remind myself that my wife's not going to be here, your mind begins to wander, if you know what I mean. So the customer service in here is absolutely fantastic. So these are the aforementioned. So when I get these fixed, I'm going to get these fixed. This will take about a week, and I reckon about $100. They're feverishly working on a receipt up there. I don't want to turn the camera, towards them. I don't want to be too invasive, but you'll see what I mean. Your mind will begin to wander when you see the beauty that's around you in Bangkok. I mean, you don't need me to tell you. Okay? So, key man, how many days? None teeth? Oh, okay. Oh, my hand button.
แล้วเอาดูใหม่ไหม
It's okay. Pumpkin's okay. Might see it. It's not, I don't think it's broken. It's okay?
โอเค same
Oh, no. My I want my just lens.
เลย
Yeah, just a lens.
New
Yeah.
lens.
New lens.
ใช่
But
new
one time, okay, but lens.
ใช่
Okay.
only lane
Only lens. Check that. Okay.
power
Same power, yeah? Same. Thank you. Very Cantoning Geng Ma. The service here is amazing. So, Kunchuarai, what is your name?
อนุมา
And you want to say hello to YouTube? Okay. You serve very good.
ค่ะ
Okay. Okay.
เดี๋ยวเช็ค
Okay. Okay. So 13,000. Oh, my pumpkin sampan bat. Tilau sampan bat.
no
Never? No? Michael?
which one นี่เลนที่ลูกค้าใช้
Ah.
อันนี้เลน same lane
Yeah.
same lane same power this one
Okay. Pumpkin gone. Katot crap.
ได้
Pumpkin sampan.
ได้
Okay. Well, if I spend noon moon, I get one time my. Okay. So okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Absolutely. So a little bit more expensive than I thought. 13,000 baht for the new lenses. 14,000 baht for new glasses. What the heck? It's something I haven't thought of spending, so I'm going to wait. I'll come back next week and I'll make a more informed decision. But the last time I was here, I'm almost convinced it was 3,000. But I must be, listen, I won't say it in here, I'll say it outside. She was absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. Beautiful girl. Seemed to be a misunderstanding. Last time I was there to get lenses replaced, I'm sure I paid 3,000 baht. It's 14,000 for a new set of glasses, approximately, depending on the frames you get. And 13,000 for new lenses? I don't know. That's not an expense I was thinking of spending, of suffering. But you see, when you go out on the piss, like tomorrow night, you'd easily spend 4,000 or 5,000 baht on the beer and on the other stuff. Not saying I will, but imagine I do. Imagine I go out tomorrow night and I spend 4,000 baht, which is not beyond the realms of possibility. I just say, what a waste of bloody money. I could have saved up and get me new glasses. I desperately need them. I do need them because I'm fed up with the scratches on these. Anyway, they're expenses. There's an expense. You see, I bought these radio mics this week, 11,000 baht. The lens went on my camera, the wide angle lens, that's 10,000 baht. And new glasses, 14,000 baht. I don't think so. Not this week, not this month. We'll have to make do. I'm going to go back to the hacienda. I got a couple of things to do. And I'll join you a bit later. It might be later on today. It might be later on tomorrow when the wife has gone away. And we'll see what happens. Well guys, it's the next day and I am feeling absolutely fantastic. I love my wife, I love my son, but it's so good to be alone in Bangkok once in a blue moon, I swear to God. Anyway, my glasses didn't work out yesterday, but today I managed to get my driver's license. 5 year, lads, that's just for your information. 5 years. All this bullshit about 2-year driver's license for Farang, forget it. It's a 5-year driver's license. Unbelievable service, very efficient, but I will tell you this much. When I sat down at one of the counters, I was up and down 3 floors getting this, that and the other. You get your eyes tested, you get your peripheral vision tested, your reaction time tested, red and green lights, and other stuff as well. But I can tell you, I was sitting down at the desk with this lovely fella taking me details. I had to give him all this, that, and the other. Had to do a 1-hour online course before. You can't skip it. You put your passport number in, and you get your password, whatever, and you watch this 4-part video, this video sequence, 4 videos. You can't skip it, and then you answer questions at the end. Click confirm. I took a photograph of the QR code that was generated, and you have to produce that here to prove that you did the online course. So it's a lot more than it used to be to renew your driver's license. But I will tell you this much. When I sat down with the guy, very nice fella, he said, you're from Iceland, because Thais can't pronounce Ireland. They always say Iceland. But today it was a problem because they had me down as Iceland on the system. He had to excuse himself and go off to another counter, go into discussion with one of his colleagues and change my nationality from Icelandic to Irish, even though it says Irish on my passport. And then he says, are you British? And I said, no, I'm Irish. It's an Irish passport, not a bloody British one. Very nice fella though. My God, the things we have to go through, but it's always worth it. It's always worth it. So I'm leaving here now. I'm going to facilitate my urge. It's not an urge. Facilitate my desire to buy a bottle of gin, because after all, it is the weekend. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday is the new Friday. Well, it is for me because she's not here. Anyway, join me in a few moments when I'll be buying my gin, and we go into a little bit more detail about what I might be getting up to tonight. So guys, it's a little bit later on, and it's that time of the week again. I tell you, I'm just going to ask you a question. If your wife went away for a night and took the children or the child with her, leaving you on your own, and let's say you were in Bangkok, how would you feel? This is the first time in a long time that I've been left to my own devices. At this part of the week, this is Thursday, and I said it feels very close to Friday. It feels like a Friday. I mean, what would you do? I said before, I'm feeling giddy, and I am feeling giddy. I'm feeling pretty giddy. And when I get a bit of this gin into me, I'll be feeling even more giddy. But I gotta wait till the sun is over the yard. Have I got marks on this lens? I don't know if I have. I apologise. I think on the last scene there was a speck of dust on the lens. But would you feel the same way? I feel like a little kid. A kid in a candy shop. I don't know where I'll end up tonight. I'm going to think about it. Let me buy me gin and I'll think about it, and let's talk about it. So, I've got my gin. Wonder Bar. What will we do now? Let's find something to eat and we'll talk about it. So before we get something to eat, this is where I'm planning to come tonight. It's the Well Bar. It's not a million miles away from where I live. And just a big shout out to Frank from Cincinnati. Myself and Frank had a nice coffee. He's a subscriber. He's a member of the channel actually. Thanks again, Frank. I have memberships available and I'm ready to meet up with any member who wants to. Just let me know you're in town. But this is where we are. I can give you a sneak peek inside. That's the scene from last night. I haven't cleaned up yet. This place is buzzing any night of the week. And I'd be buzzing. And I'd be buzzing later on. So I found a place where I can boogie on this Thursday afternoon at 2:10. And you might think that I'm being completely preoccupied and getting carried away with the fact that my wife has gone away. This doesn't happen very often. I did something today. I completed a task today that she thought I couldn't do without her. She thinks I can't do anything in Thailand without her. I got my driver's license from start to finish, from the start of the process 3 weeks ago until today without her. She thinks she has to be there for everything. And that's one thing about me married to a Thai woman. I'm not saying for all of them, but you see, they're in control. When's the last time you saw Farang apply for his annual visa by himself? It's always the wife that's holding the documentation and doing all the talking. So she has you over a barrel, and she thinks she has me over a barrel. Well, she doesn't. I mean, there's a lot. Obviously, this channel is not about my personal relationship, although you know I talk about family stuff. But it's not just about it's not about my personal relationship. It's about what I'm willing to talk about and what I'm not willing to talk about. You know, I'm willing to tell you that I'm happy she's not here today because I get to be by myself doing my own thing. I've got a couple of things online to do between 6 o'clock and 7:45, or is it 8:15, whatever. But I'll be able to start drinking before I finish my tasks. I can conduct myself in a professional manner and still have a gin and soda. I won't be able to get tonic because you can't get tonic here. You can only get it. The only place I've ever seen it is Macro, and there's no Macro around here. But I'm going to get myself cow gat meal, and there's some condiments there on the table. I'll show you if you're interested. You got your cabbage, you got your whatever, cucumbers, boiled eggs, and bean sprouts. So there you go. I presume they're all complimentary, but you can never tell. Oh, you got some green stuff as well. There it is, cow gat moo. So we'll add a bit of condiments, or add some additives to that. So happy days. Oh, Capone, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. So we've got chilies, and here's the condiments. There we go. You're used to all this. You're probably more used to this. You're probably more used to this than I am. Got them roast them. I tell you, I'm lucky I have spare baseball caps at home that are clean. I don't want to be going out wearing a sweaty baseball cap from today. If there's one thing that smells in Bangkok in this weather, it's your baseball caps. You can change your shirt and your trousers every day, but you don't necessarily think to change your baseball cap every day. But Jesus, it has an effect. Oh, there's cabbage on this already. I'll get a bit more cabbage. God, if my mother heard me say that, I'll get a bit more cabbage. She'd be all over the place with excitement. Garlic. I hate the way they leave the garlic in the jacket. You know, what's the point in that? I mean, what is the fucking point in that? Spend half the time taking it off and getting your fingers sticky. I'm not going to do this. I'll do it once. It's hardly worth it. I don't know why they just don't do it. Anyway, here we go. So, I welcome your criticism. It's almost like I'm planning to do something that I shouldn't be doing. But should I or shouldn't I? You only live once. I said this a million times. You only live once. And you should be loyal. Of course you should be loyal to your partner. But every relationship is different. That's all I'll say on that matter. This is what I mean by multifaceted. This is what I mean by a multifaceted video. I won't be taking the camera to the bar tonight for obvious reasons. There'll be music playing, and I won't want to be carrying that around with me all night, the fear of losing it. This place is open 24 hours a day. It's in Wigwam Market. If you ever watch the Big Picture El Panorama, you'd see me interviewing girls outside this place all the time. I might even come down here to Wigwam Market tonight. It's always full of girls, always full of girls. So what would you do? So what would you do if your wife was away for a night and you were in Bangkok? Would you stay at home? Or would you take advantage of the fact? It's wonderful to survive without your Thai wife because you can prove to yourself what you can actually do by yourself here. My wide angle lens, as I said in the last video, packed it in, and I priced second-hand ones. Second-hand ones are up to 8,000-9,000 baht, $250 so and so on. New ones are about 11,000 to 12,000 baht. So by myself, I sourced a repair centre without including her, and I'm getting it repaired for 2,000 baht. And you say, why would I be including her? Because when you're trying to do stuff here on your own, you gotta speak Thai. Because in the driver's test centre where I was today, no one spoke English, or very bad English. So you have to know what you're at. And that's my advice to anyone who's married or getting married in Thailand. Don't let her do everything for you. That's a form of control. You see? And I'm not saying she's a controller, but I do feel control to an extent. Wow. The combination of the rice and the pork and the cabbage and the soy sauce, Jesus Christ, that's wonderful. It seems so simple, but it's so amazing. Yeah, but I'm not contradicting myself. I still say Thai food is not nothing to write home about. It's amazing, but it's not the most amazing thing I've ever eaten. It's certainly hitting the spot. Put it this way. Is there any man watching this who's married to a Thai? Let's talk Thai, or just talk general. Who would willingly give their phone PIN or phone password to their wife and say, go ahead, love, look through it all you want. Is there anyone who can actually say they would do that? It's like, that'd be like reading your mind. If your wife is your soulmate, then everything I said on this video will rub off you the wrong way. But you see, my wife isn't my soulmate. She is my friend in Thailand. But most of the time we're fighting. And I love her. And I want to stay with her. And I can't imagine life without her. But days like this are priceless, absolutely fucking priceless. You can hear there's Chinese over there. This whole area is the real Chinatown. Wei Wang, Rashida. Chinese embassy less than a kilometre away. A lot of the businesses here have their hoardings with Chinese characters rather than Thai. And as you can hear, they're speaking Mandarin. Some beautiful girls walking around here this hour today. Imagine what it's going to be like tonight. Okay. Let's pay the bill. See how much this is. It's going to be a lot cheaper than it will be tonight. Oh my God. All right, come.
100 บาทจ้ะ
ร้อยเดียว
ร้อยเดียวแต่ถ้า200แล้ว
Okay. So just to recap, that was 100 baht. It was $3. It's okay. Wow, this filling, it was nice. So that's probably the last thing I'll have now today. Down to 93 kilos. Trying to keep yourself attractive, you know. Keep yourself attractive, I hear you say. I never was, lads. Anyway, I'm debating now whether to keep this video rolling until tomorrow or end it around about now. Well, not now, we're not going to end it yet, but end it before tonight happens and then fill you in on the details in the following video. But let's get back home before I get clamped. I'm after parking up there and I don't know if it's safe or not. 100 baht for that, Jesus. Well guys, the sun is well and truly over the yard arm, and that's the proof of it. Well anyway, it's 5:30 and I finished my online obligations at 8:30 and I'm due to meet a friend of mine later on tonight. Just for drinks, nothing else. I love my wife, I love my son, but it's the reassurance of having a good friend to talk, in a platonic sense, a good friend to talk to who speaks perfect English. And it's one of those things that I really, really savor and enjoy. Just like this. This is Gilby's with lemon soda and lime with ice. Wonderbar, absolutely wonderbar. I'll bring you an update on what's going to happen after my wife comes back tomorrow, which is Friday, and she said somewhere in the region or the ballpark of 2 or 3, and we're to make our way up to Pontootene after that. So I'll make another video up on Pontootene, and we'll talk about the aftermath and what happened tonight, because I really don't know where tonight's going to bring me. But all I know is I'm not going to get up to any real mischief. The only mischief I get up to is drinking this stuff. That is very drinkable. And I'm sure you'll agree that this video has been very watchable. Tune in, is this having an effect on me already? Tune in to the sequence, or the next video in this sequence. That's the next video. And we'll touch base on what happens after this. But for now, I'm going to finish this, have one more, and then get stuck into my online activities. And then I'll be finished then by about 8:30, and another 1 or 2 of these, and we'll commence the festivities after our online activities. Remember, lads, join me for the sequel to this. And if you haven't done so already, click the like button, the share button, subscribe button. Do all those wonderful things. And I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. Don't you know it?